Hey Dan, welcome back. I will be right back. All right. Hi, Ala.
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
That's good to hear. Got Ala, Angie, Erica, Dan, and Karen. Awesome. Kulani has joined the meeting.
That's happy to show it, maybe. Makes sense. Because you said you wanted to negotiate with the buyers, you said you didn't want to put that in the listing because it would deter agents from maybe showing it. Right?
That's what you guys kept saying, yes.
Right, but he ended up being the agent, so we didn't do that.
Right.
Happy Thursday to you, Dan.
Okay, I'll be calling you in a minute. You can't do yoga right now.
I can't do yoga?
Why are you repeating what I just said?
He's not going to call. He said he's not ready. Hi, Audrey.
Hi, Kulani. How's it going?
I'm good, thanks. I'm waiting for a phone call, so would it be rude if I just leave class in the middle?
No, totally fine.
Awesome.
Live your life, man. Make yoga work for you.
Guy, why aren't you out here yet?
So anybody that has taken one of my classes online before, how did the sound bowl sound on your end?
It's a lot cooler in class, but I can still hear most of it.
Okay.
My phone just gave a high pitch.
Okay. Are the dings better than the long continuous note?
I couldn't even tell the difference. It was like, ee.
Okay. Okay. In class, I like to do the singing bowls for a long time because you can really feel it vibrating through you, but I'll just use it as a brief intermission, I guess, when I'm doing it online.
It scared my cat. He flew through the air.
That's awesome. I have 3 leopard geckos, and whenever I do this, they all wake up and are looking at me. What are you doing? They're oddly smart.
I would love to see your leopard geckos.
Let me see if I can figure out how to show you now that I'm using my phone instead of a computer. Here.
Oh!
Now you're gonna see the geckos.
Oh! They like your gong, huh? She rings a gong for the class, and then they look at her every time, like, what are you doing?
So cute.
I didn't-
Bob Wagner.
Bob Wagner.
And then the other 2 live in this one, and they are probably sleeping in there right now. But we separate them because Bobby Wagner is a baby. So if we put him in with the grown-ups, then they will fight with him.
Oh,
So, 2 grown-ups and a baby.
wow.
Aw.
The grown-ups need to grow up. Pick on the little guy.
All right, Jay, what,
You know.
read
I
what
gotta.
how are you responding to them?
I'll try to.
Do it now before you forget how or forget to do it. He's already responded to you. He might be waiting for a response.
I thought she might need to eat food first before she starts.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I see that Alejandro has joined the meeting.
Hello.
Hey, Alejandro.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, good.
How's work going?
You know, well, now I'm taking a break. Gonna do
Good.
some yoga.
Everybody
Probably
needs a
not on
break.
video because it's gonna be Bella trying to do yoga with me the whole time. But
I feel like if I had a dog, I would totally do a series on here doing yoga with dogs. I think that'd be fun.
that would be awesome. Where's my baby boo? Is he in there just getting away?
Oh no, he doesn't ever partake with yoga. I think he's playing his stupid game. I'll go get him so you can say hi. He doesn't care about you, Hondro. He's not even willing to get out of bed.
Oh, that's so kind.
Is it a cat?
No, it's my boyfriend.
Good pet to have.
He's basically a cat, though. He does about
not
just
far
as
off.
much. All right, just a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started. Let people kind of trickle in. I think it's just going to be a little class today, so that's cool. We'll just keep it nice and intimate.
There's, the rice is already done there and in the pot.
Okay, thanks.
Jai probably wants some too.
Okay.
It looks like people get tired from exercising.
Yeah.
I take Tenga classes, and yesterday, every day, less and less and less.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I did Jen's bar yesterday, and that kicked my butt. I'm so sore from that today. So I'm like, I'm hoping I can give you guys a decent amount of energy, but I might be modifying.
No, it's okay. Slow is good for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my watch is a little fast, but I guess I'll just kind of start talking to you guys. Hi, welcome to class. Preeti has joined. Awesome. I'm Audrey. If I don't know you, I'll be guiding you through 60 minutes of Hatha yoga today. If you want to modify at all, I recommend grabbing some props or something that resembles a prop. So this is a block. You can use it for whatever your little heart desires. You can also use like a book if you do not have a block, like a nice thick dictionary. And then a strap can be super helpful. And I might be modifying with this throughout class today just to show you some examples. But if you don't have one of these, I recommend using the strap that is attached to your bathrobe because it's soft, so it won't dig into you, but it still offers that extra mobility through the, like holding onto the strap. I'm going to mute you all now. All right. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Awesome. So Okay, it's been quite a couple of weeks. We've been trapped inside for a while now. So let's just do a nice, relaxing kind of class, keeping us nice and grounded. With Hatha, we do a lot of balancing postures. So it's important to stay grounded through your feet so that you don't just kind of wibble wobble all over. I talk a lot in my class about actively balancing instead of just hoping that you'll balance. So we'll work on that a little bit today. I always think it's super important to kind of set the tone for your class. So I recommend grabbing, if you have it, some sage, maybe burn a candle. A lot of yogis like essential oils. I like to use all of these things because I'm a little extra. And then I have like a room spray that kind of like sets your intention. So do whatever you need to do to forget the rest of your day and just arrive right here. It's a little weird not being in a physical hot room so that we don't have that transition. We're still in our own space, but we're supposed to be in a different mindset, doing a different activity. So just for today, just find something that you can do that will help tell your brain like, okay, I'm letting go. I'm here. I'm doing something for myself for 60 minutes. And then let's all start in a child's pose. Let me see if I can make my screen a little bigger so I know that you can see me. No, doesn't look like I can. All right, so bringing your knees out nice and wide. Your big toes can come together to touch at the back. And then arms out long in front of you. Doesn't matter what your child's pose looks like, it only matters if it's comfortable for you. So maybe your hips aren't as open as mine and you want your legs a little closer together. Maybe your hips are more open, so you send your knees nice and wide. You can rest your forehead on the mat, just so that you don't have a kink in your neck. And then we're just gonna start to settle into this space. I'm not gonna get into full child's pose right now, just because with my face down, you won't hear me. So just start to notice what your child's pose looks like. Your child's pose says a lot about your practice as a whole. Like if you have really energetic arms, elbows are up off the mat, you have a super energetic practice. For me, I like to chillax into my first child's pose of the day. Maybe you start to use those hands to push your hips a little bit closer to your heels. And then take a mental scan from fingertips all the way down to your toes. Just kind of take inventory of how do you feel today? How do you feel in this moment? Each time you step on your mat, your body is going to feel just a little bit different. Each side of your body will feel a little bit different. And that's why it's a practice. So just listen to your body, respect where you're at, but also be willing to push yourself a little bit and push your practice. Starting to rock that forehead side to side, awakening that third eye chakra, that intuition center. Remembering throughout class that you know your body better than I do. So if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Now you can begin to shift your attention to your breath, just starting to notice that natural breath pattern that you brought to your mat. No need to change anything just yet. Just keep breathing at your normal rate. And then you can go ahead and empty your lungs. Just open the mouth and force all of that stale air out with a and then find a deep inhale through the nose. Filling up as much as you physically can. Maybe your chest starts to rise, belly starts to fill, hold at the top. Open mouth, release. Then find one more deep inhale, filling up your belly once again. Find that nice big Buddha belly. There's nobody watching, doesn't matter what you look like. Shoulder blades peel apart. Hold at the top for 3, 2, open mouth, sigh away. Last one, try to make this the loudest one yet. Deepest inhale of the day for 5, 4, 3, 2, and open mouth, release. Now begin to seal your lips. Find that Ujjayi pranayama. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Do a few more of these at your pace, finding a breath pattern that works for you consistently throughout class today. If you ever lose sight of this breath, Just come down to your mat, take a child's pose, do some open mouth breaths, and then reconnect to that Ujjayi breath. You should kind of feel like you're fogging up a mirror with your mouth closed, or kind of just make yourself sound like Darth Vader. All right, with that Ujjayi breath strong, bring your palms together to touch at the top, and then bend at the elbows, bringing your thumbs towards the back of your head. If they don't touch, that's fine. If you want a deeper arm stretch, you can walk those elbows forward. Go ahead and set your intention for class here. And then you can go ahead and send those arms long, and we'll begin by threading the needle. Send your right arm underneath your left shoulder. Your left arm can stay long. You can rest your temple, cheek, or forehead on the mat, whatever's most comfortable for that neck. Each exhale, just push yourself a little bit deeper into that right shoulder. Maybe in your practice, you like to opt for a half bind here, gently wrapping that left arm around the small of your back. Knuckles facing down, palm is up. If you don't like a half bind, maybe you fully engage that left arm, helping push you back towards those heels just a little bit. For 3, 2, and change. Come back center on the inhale, and then find your second side. Left arm under right shoulder. You can rest your head the same way, maybe a different way. Like I said, every side of the body is different. It's just about meeting yourself where you're at today. Maybe you want to engage that right arm, maybe tiptoe the fingertips forward a little bit, or maybe you want to try that half bind. You're starting to let your day melt away. Maybe your breath established, your intention. Just keep those two things in mind. Everything else will come. And change. Come back center on the inhale, and then find your way to a tabletop position. Come up onto all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we are going to take some free movement. Remember what I was saying about intuition. You know what your body wants right now. There's no wrong way to warm up, so go ahead and do whatever your body is telling you to do. Maybe you want to go back and forth from child's pose to tabletop. Maybe bend side to side, maybe jump rope your spine, get out some snaps. I personally like to do a scorpion here for a deeper sensation. So bringing hips low, toes nice and high. Look forward, maybe shift your gaze up. This is our last 3 of free movement for 2. And change, come back center, neutral spine. Knees right under the hips. Hands right under the shoulders for cats and cows. Next inhale, look up, belly low, cow spine. Exhale to cat, round your spine, hollow out the belly, look right in between the legs. Inhale to cow, keep breathing nice and loud. Shift your gaze higher. Exhale to cat. Can you peel the shoulder blades apart even more? Arch your back like a little cat for 3, 2. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back to your neutral tabletop spine. Tuck your toes under. Keep hands and feet right where they are, and then find down dog. You can bend the knees a lot, or a little bit, or not at all, depending on what your body's talking to you about today. You're going to start pedaling out your heels. Maybe you want to lift your heels nice and high. Maybe take some squats. This is all free movement. Getting out all of those snaps, crackles, and pops that are hiding in your legs. You're going to have your fingers spread nice and wide, big starfish hands, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat and really pressing down through those knuckles. What that'll do is it'll give you the leverage to push your torso back, popping your tailbone up in the air. You'll look like an upside down V. Now remember, if your hamstrings or your low back is tight, bend the knees. It's totally fine. All right, next inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bring your knees low. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for you, you can just drop the knees. But since we're not in a hot room, like I said earlier, we're trying to build some of that fire from within. So shift your gaze forward, hover those knees an inch off the ground. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, knees low. Shift your gaze forward and then walk to the top. Find a forward fold. Find an inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, peel the shoulders away. Exhale, fold. One more just like that. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, top of the head forward, and fold. Inhale, circle sweep, bend in the knees, interlace your fingers overhead. Now, I don't think you guys can see my fingers, but it looks like this. All my fingers are together, pointers are out. This is for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, warm up. Arms are nice and up overhead, feet are touching, legs are touching. Next, inhale, lift your arms up, try to lengthen through those fingertips. And then exhale, tick-tock, side to side. We're just gonna do one set of Ardha Chandrasana today. So really use this warm up to get some length into that left rib cage and then the right. Just getting your body used to the idea of sending breath to places that you would like to open up more. If you want to go backwards or forwards, that is fine as well. For 3, 2, and change. Inhale to come center. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on the mat. One more opportunity to warm up the body here. Cha-cha the feet out. Maybe take some squats, bringing the hips down to heels. I like to do an IT band stretch here. So if you would like to do that, walk your fingertips over to frame your right foot and then over to frame your left. Try and keep the legs as straight as possible. Just sending your breath where you feel this the most. For 3, 2, and change. Come back center, inhale, circle, sweep, arms high up overhead. Interlace those fingers, release the pointers once again. Feet are touching here, legs are touching. Inhale, lift your arms up nice and high. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm tucking that tailbone forward. So we're not like this, just tuck it forward a little bit. That'll keep your glutes and your core engaged, keeping you safe. So once you have lifted and tucked, then you can point to the right. If you've never seen that tailbone tuck thing before, just notice how that changes your posture. Keeps everything just a little bit tighter, a little bit more secure, a little safer. Peel that left shoulder back, bringing your heart just a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Nice and energetic through those arms. Maybe shift your gaze up so you have that upward momentum so you don't look down and collapse. Send your breath to your left rib cage and slowly start to compress the right even more. Bump that left hip out even more to the right. Lift your chin and soften through your face. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and change. Next inhale, rise on up. You can bend the arms, maybe shake it out a little bit, preparing for your next side. Talking and practicing is so much work, you guys. Okay, this is our last time here. Inhale, circle sweep. Interlace the fingers, release the pointers. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Tuck that tailbone forward, and then point to the left. Like I said, every side of the body is different, so notice how this side feels compared to the other. Can you bump that right hip out more? Can you peel back your right shoulder, lifting the heart? If this visual helps, having hand to your chest, try doing that, see what happens. Like I said, this pose is called Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, so think about it like you're making a little crescent moon from fingertips all the way across the side body, down to the heel. Lift your chin. Soften through that face. Don't clench your jaw. Last 3, 2, and change. Inhale to rise, and then supported back bend. Hands find the small of your back, fingertips face down towards the earth. Now you're going to press your hips forward a lot. Inhale to lift the heart high, and then fall back. Let your head hang heavy as you lean back. Keep pushing those hands into the hips. Lean back, go back, more back. And change. Inhale, rise, both arms come up. Exhale to forward fold. Alrighty, we're gonna separate our feet hip width distance. Take your 2 peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. If you don't know what hip width distance is on you, it's about 6 inches or 2 fists distance, right in between those big toes. So once again, 2 peace fingers, use them as little hooks around your big toes. With each inhale, try to straighten those legs just a little bit. lift the chest, and then exhale, pull yourself down. Elbows go out towards the sides, helping your body get just a little bit lower. We have 3 long breaths here. Nice and slow ones. Link your breath to movement. Last 3, 2, and change. Release your toes, bring hands to hips. Now rise up with a flat back for wide-legged Tadasana, mountain pose. Each posture in this Hatha series is equally important, including Tadasana. A lot of people think since we're just standing here, it's not actually a posture, but it is. This is the time when our body prepares for what's coming next. It rejuvenates after what we just did. So take these moments as little shavasanas so that your body doesn't freak out. All right, so feet are still hip width distance. From here we go to Utkatasana awkward series, or chair series as it's often called. Arms go out long in front of you. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift your chest high. Exhale, sit into your imaginary chair. This is part 1 of 3. Nice and energetic through those arms and fingertips. Everybody look at your toes. Do you need to send your hips back? If you can't see those toes, send the hips back. Everybody sit lower because you can. Everybody sit a little lower. Maybe your thighs become parallel to the mat. The weight is in your heels. Can you float your toes? Last 3, 2, slowly press through the heels and rise up. Beautiful. We're all about control here. Rooting down through those heels is going to help you feel grounded throughout practice. All right. Now, feet are still hip width distance, arms nice and long. Come high onto your tippy toes like you're reaching a top shelf. Lift those heels as high as they'll go off the mat. I know this feels a little weird and wobbly the first time you do it, but it gets easier with time. Now, soften through those knees so they start to go forward. Before you go any lower, keep shoulders in line with hips the whole time. So try not to lean forward like this. Stay upright, and then slowly slide down an imaginary wall. Lift the right heel higher. Focus on that right leg. Maybe go a little lower with the body. Now lift the left heel higher. Really focus on that heel. For 3, 2, slowly rise up and set the feet down. Maybe shake the legs out. This is our last part, okay? So this time, feet are hip width distance. Pigeon toe the feet in. So your toes are just a little bit more towards one another. Heels go out. Lift the heels about an inch, just a little bit, you know? And then seal those knees. The knees should be squeezing together the whole time. When you're ready, inhale, lift your chest, and then slide down that same imaginary wall. Shoulders directly over hips, squeezing the knees as you go down. The lower you go, the slower you go. Find that point where you're like, oh God, I hate this. Find the point where you shake a little bit. For 3, 2, and slowly rise up. Step feet to meet, arms by your sides. Find a deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. All right, step out, find that footprint. We're gonna do a second set. It's gonna be much shorter, so just find that fullest expression immediately. 6 inches right between the toes, arms go long. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sit into your chair. Everyone close your eyes. You know what your chair should feel like. The most basic one, I think we all know. So close your eyes, use your intuition. What does your body need to do? Send the hips back. Send the hips lower. Float the toes. Go lower for 3, 2, open your eyes, rise up to your tippy toes, straight to that second part. Can you lift your heels higher? And then when you're ready, soften through the knees and slide. Lift both heels as high as they'll go. Check yourself. You need to send your torso back. Find the point where those quads are burning, guys. Okay, 3, 2, slowly rise. Third and final part, pigeon toe the feet in towards one another. Lift the heels, seal the knees. Take it where you want to take it. If you have healthy knees, take some bounces at the bottom and then hold on your upswing. That's your point of resistance. That's where you'll shake. Last 3, 2, and slowly rise. Step feet to meet, arms by your sides. Enjoy just a couple breaths in your Tadasana mountain pose while I fix my neck. All right, up next we have Garudasana Eagle. Inhale, circle sweep. Tap your palms and then bring your right arm underneath your left. Then lift the palms up. Maybe your palms will be able to touch. Elbows are kind of at shoulder height. If that's inaccessible, don't worry. You can always grab opposite shoulders. All right, find the arm expression that works for you. If you can't do the full wrap with your hands, try bringing the back of your hands to touch. Standing with feet touching. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, sit into your chair. Beautiful. Can you sit a little lower? Beautiful. Then when you're ready, bring your right leg high up and over the left. Reestablish that depth of your chair. Now, you can maybe find that full wrap, wrapping the right leg around the standing leg. I'm like trying to get a little closer. If you can't do that, just point the toe to the back. Now, send your knees a little bit closer to the midline. So that means send your knees just a little bit to the right, pulling that right hip back. Pull fingertips below the nose, creating that compression with your arms and chest. Now, this one's important, okay? I know this is a long set, but just deal with it. Instead of being hunched over like this, keep that torso upright. This is standard eagle, not sleeping. Squeeze everything together for 3, 2, and release. Ooh, that left leg is burning for me. All right, then when you're ready, left arm comes underneath the right for your second side, not set. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, sit in your chair. Left leg comes high up and over. Maybe you can find the wrap, maybe you point the toe. Pull the arms down, pull the left hip back, right hip forward a little bit, squaring those legs off. Fingertips below the nose. Now, when you do this motion, notice do you hunch forward. Send everything more upright. Send the torso back. Squeeze navel to spine. You're trying to cut off circulation with your arms and legs so that you get fresh oxygenated blood when you release. In 3, 2, and circle sweep. Tap the palms, right arm comes under the left. Second set, it's going to be a little bit shorter. We're not adding on. Inhale, lift arms. Exhale, sit in your chair. Right leg comes high up and over. Maybe wrap the foot, maybe don't. Send your torso back. Arms come low. Squeeze it all together really intensely for 3, 2, and release. Tap the palms, left arm under right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit deep. Left leg comes high up and over. Pull the arms down. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Can you squeeze more, knowing this is your last time here? Pull navel to spine, last 3, 2, release. Inhale, circle sweep. Palms to touch at the top and then hands down through heart center. Find a deep inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Grab some water, great job. First water break, we are right on time. Okay, let's see. Can anybody give me a thumbs up so I know y'all are good? Awesome. All right, so you guys can obviously get water whenever you want. I give 2 water breaks, so this is the first one. We'll have another one later. But since you're in the comfort of your own home, just really take the time to listen to your body. And if you want to take a break, take a break. Yesterday I did Jen's class at 6. And for the last 15 minutes, I just watched everybody else because I was tired. So it doesn't matter. As long as you're listening to your body and doing what feels right to you. Okay, so up next we have our standing balancing series. When you feel ready, come join us in Tadasana Mountain Pose. Like I said, you're in the comfort of your own home. So I want you to feel safe to try new things. Say you've always done the knee with this pose. because you don't want to fall over in class and like hit somebody if you're holding your toe. Maybe today you try it because worst case, you can grab a wall, a piece of furniture, maybe you fall into your couch. It's all gonna be fine. All right, so meeting in Tadasana. The weight's in your heels, shoulders are down and back. Maybe you're activating the glutes a little bit so that you're standing nice and straight. Starting to get back into this space. Find a deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh it away. Seal those lips once again. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Get back in touch with your breath. Get back in touch with your body, your intention. Let all those thoughts melt away. It's normal for thoughts to come, just let them pass and stay in this moment as best you can. All right, everyone close your eyes, lift all 10 toes up off the mat. We're gonna do a little balancing exercise. So keeping your heels on the mat the whole time, just start to kind of rock forward and back. You're gonna shift your weight. Get to know the heel, the knife edge, the ball of the foot. Find the areas where you feel most secure, or find the areas where if you go a little too far one way, which areas save you from falling over? Where do you feel your core activate? Or your glutes, or your thighs? And then when you feel like you know your feet pretty well, you can set those toes back down and keep doing the same thing, shift forward and back. Now notice how most of the balancing is done without the toes. The toes are just there so that you have a little something holding you if you rock forward, but your toes should never squeeze the mat. They're just there to help you. All right, from here, we are going to lift our right knee up to hip height. Make a little 90-degree angle with that right knee. Your heel is directly under your knee. Now, I want you to flex your right toes up towards your nose. That will fully engage your right leg. And then if you've been taking my class at all this week, you know what's coming next. You're gonna punch a hole through the floor from your left glute to your left thigh to the calf, all the way through the heel. Keeping your entire low body engaged. And then you can start to bring navel in towards the spine. You can start to knit the ribs in, trying to find ways to stay completely engaged, actively balancing, and release. Second side, left knee comes up, make that little 90-degree angle. Notice the difference on this side. I'm already just a little bit more wobbly on this side with my standing leg. So fully engage that left leg, and then fully engage the right. Punching that hole through the floor. Notice what you need to change. Maybe you want to knit those ribs in or pull navel to spine. Maybe you want to activate that right glute a little bit more. Last 3, 2, and release. Usually from here we go to big toe pose, but today I want to go to standing forehead to knee. So shift your work to your left leg, bring your right knee up to hip height. Now, this is the pose. This is a great place to stay. If this is challenging enough for you, that's totally fine. Don't move on. If you'd like to add on, you can do a 10-finger grip at your right knee. This will help release your lower back. It's a little bit of a stretchier option. And just pull that knee up towards the right. It's like a standing wind removing pose. If you'd like to add on more, reach underneath your right foot, find a 10-finger grip. Inhale, lift your chest up. And you can stay here, or once you're engaged through your left standing leg, you can start to kick out. Maybe if it's in your practice, you find standing forehead to knee. So bringing that forehead down. I'm going to stay in this stretchy option. Just find what works for you. Last 3, 2, and slowly unwind. So make that little 90-degree angle and then set it down. Really feel that in my left glute. That's how active each leg should be. All right, shift the work to the right side and then lift your left knee up. Flex those toes towards your nose. Not pointed, just flexed up. Beautiful. You can stay here. Maybe you grab the knee. pulling that knee up. I love this pose. This just always feels so good. Or you can find the 10-finger grip. Lift the chest up, and maybe slowly start to straighten that leg. Kicking that left heel out. And then also remember to engage through the right leg. Sometimes we're in the middle of a pose, we forget. Maybe bring forehead to knee, and then slowly rewind. Coming out of the posture just how you came in. Set it all down. Beautiful. Shake out those legs. And then we're going to do a quick set of Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, big toe pose. Right knee comes up to hip height. Now, from here you have two options. You can take your right hand to the outside of that right knee, or take your two peace fingers and wrap it around your big toe. This is the one I was kind of showing you earlier. Everyone send the left arm high. I'll show you the knee first and then the toe. Toes can kick out, and then knees and toes open your pose. So right knee comes out, left arm comes down parallel to the mat. Engage through the left leg. Maybe shift your gaze over into your left palm. If you've never done that, because shifting your gaze is like super hard, just start with shifting it slightly. And then over time you'll get there, I promise. For 3, 2, and come back center. Everything's lifted. As controlled as possible, both arms high, right knee high. And then rock back to airplane. Engaging through the left leg. Engaging through the right glute, lifting the right leg higher. Arms are strong. Lift your chest just a little bit more. Last 3, 2, and stand up, Tadasana. All right, it's a lot of things in one. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming for the body. So deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, let it go. All right, second side, left knee up. Flex those toes up towards the nose. Maybe grab the knee or the big toe. Right arm goes high. Toes kick out, and then knees and toes. Open your pose. Engage through both legs. Maybe shift your gaze over to the right. What happens when you tighten your core? For 3, 2, with control, come back center. Both arms high. Left knee is up. And then airplane. Notice the difference on this side. There's always a way to do more. If you don't feel this in your lower body, squeeze those glutes. For 3, 2, stand up. Beautiful. All right. Up next, we have Dandayamana Dhanurasana, standing pulling bow, or dancer. We're going to do one set of this today. It's just going to be a little bit of a longer set. So if you fall out, just get right back into it. And then maybe once I start counting down from 5, let's say you're at this level the whole time, maybe you start to kick more for your last 5 seconds, just so you know this isn't going to be long term, okay? Inhale, circle sweep. Bring your right arm down to your side like you're holding a tray. Now, you're just going to straighten that right arm. So your thumb is going to the back, palm is going out. Without changing your wrist, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot. Seal your knees, peel back your right shoulder so that you start that little back bend effect. And then when you're ready, start to kick. Now, your hand doesn't automatically come down. Your hand stays up until your body is driven down by your kick. Notice your left leg. Are you actively balancing? Last 5. Find depth for 4, 3, 2, and change. Beautiful. All right, shake it out. Get ready for your second side. All right, inhale, circle sweep. Left arm comes down. Straighten the arm. Reach back, pick up the inside of the foot. If you want to go deeper, you can grab the ankle too. Seal the knees, peel back that left shoulder. And then when you're ready, take it where you want to take it. This is the only time we're doing this. So we're not doing a second set. Oh gosh. Keep your gaze forward instead of down. Right across those right fingertips. Last 5. Go deeper for 4, 3, 2, and change. Whew. All right. That one was a wobbly one for me. Okay, everybody meet me at one of the small ends of your mat. Doesn't matter which one. Usually in class, I would say the back of your mat, but we're all kind of in different spaces right now. So just find a little edge. Inhale, circle sweep. Interlace your fingers, release your pointers for Tula Dandasana. With your right foot, take a large step to the center of your mat. With an inhale, lift and lengthen through those arms and fingertips. Float your left toes up off the mat, and then leg up, body down. Now, arms are gonna stay forward, biceps right by the ears, but if you have low back issues, hands come to heart. I'm having some low back pain today, so I'm gonna have hands here. Try to rotate that left hip down a little bit, squaring the hips off. Beautiful. All right, tighten through the core. Activate the left glute. Activate the right glute for 3, 2, step back, arms go up. Second side, left foot forward. Inhale, lift, float the right toes, and then leg up, body down. A good way to think about that hip rotating thing is to try to twist your right toe to the left a little bit. Trying to bring the bottom of your foot up towards the ceiling more. So the inner thigh engages and your right hip rolls down. Activate that right glute. Activate the left glute. Squeeze your core. For 3, 2, step back, arms up. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Close the eyes. Just find the deepest inhale of the day. Hold at the top. Open mouth, let it go. All right, that's the bulk of our balancing series. We're gonna do a little stretching now. Find that same little edge of your mat you were at before. Inhale, circle, sweep. And then find a large step out. You'll kind of look like a big star. Arms are out like wings. Stance is nice and wide. Bring the toes in, heels out just a little bit so you get that dynamic tension with the knife edge of your foot and the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold in half. Now, grab wherever is best for you. So you can grab your calves, your ankles, or maybe the knife edges of your feet where you would stand on your fingertips. Now, I'm gonna rotate so that you can see this a little bit better. You're gonna grab somewhere and bend the arms a lot so that arms and legs are touching. So with each inhale, try to lift your hips and straighten your legs. Exhales, you pull yourself towards your legs. Now, this one's important. Keep your gaze down like you're bringing your forehead to your mat instead of the top of your head. So you're shifting your gaze here instead of back. That'll protect your neck. You have 4 long breaths here. Just breathe it out. If this is uncomfortable, just breathe a little deeper. Last 3, 2, and change. You can walk your hands out. We're gonna do some twists. Left hand down, right arm goes high to the sky. Shift your gaze up to those right fingertips. Maybe you start to bring your hand a little bit past the midline, aiding you in that twist. Maybe take a half bind. That's my favorite thing because then you can pull your right shoulder a little bit. Peel back that right shoulder. For 3, 2, and right arm down, left arm goes high. Gaze goes up. Notice the difference here. Maybe you want to take that half bind. Maybe each exhale, you twist your torso just a little bit deeper. And change. Both arms down, bring hands to hips. Now rise up with a flat back. For one set of Trikonasana, Turn your right toes to the right and then make a lunge. That means right knee is directly over that ankle. If this is easy, use your left foot to slide you open. It's safer for the left foot to do it at this angle than the right because of that nice knee bend we got. All right, arms come out like wings. Take a peek at your knee before we begin. Do you need to deepen your lunge or maybe peel the knee open to the right a little bit? And then when you're ready, you can tilt down. Right elbow inside of right knee. Now, be sure to note that when you do that tilt, your lunge stays nice and strong. Now, the goal here is not to touch the ground necessarily. It's to have a straight line from your armpit down to your heel. So lift that torso up. I like to rest my elbow on my knee because no matter what I'm doing with this arm, if it's straight or bent, my core is what's doing all of this. Last 3, 2, and slowly rise up. Straighten the leg, parallel the feet, and the left toes can turn to the left. Create that same strong lunge. Peel the knee open a little to the left, arms can come out, and then find your tilt, knowing that we're only here once. Remembering to reach up with that right arm, keeping the core nice and lifted. Another good option to do with the hand is bring hand to heart center. Last 3, 2, and slowly rise up. Straighten the leg, parallel those feet. Bring your hands to your hips, walk your feet in. I'm about 5'3", 5'4", and my feet are gonna be about a foot to maybe a foot and a half apart. If you're a little taller, go to as wide as 2 feet. This is for Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Turn all 10 toes to the left. Left toes are going to be at a 12 o'clock. Right toes are at a 45-degree angle. Now, use that right hand to pull your right hip forward, squaring your hips off. If you have an alternate arm expression, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, hands on hips is perfectly fine. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold in half. Hands can find the mat for balance. Bend your left knee as much as you need to find a stretch here. Now, the ultimate goal with this pose is to find forehead to knee connection. So tuck your chin to your chest. Use your hands and bend that left knee to find that connection. Keep breathing even though we're kind of cutting off our airways a little bit. Last 3, 2, and change. Hands to hips, root down through to your left foot and rise up. And then turn all the way around. Right toes at a 12 o'clock, left toes at that 45-degree angle. Pull your left hip forward. Inhale, lift that chest, and then fold. Bending the right knee this time. Hands find the mat. Tucking chin to chest. I'm only moving my arm around so you guys can actually see what I'm doing with my face. Try to keep hands on the mat. Maybe with each exhale, you start to straighten that right leg a little bit. Last 3, 2, and change. Hands to hips, rise up. And then Tadasana, mountain pose. Enjoy just a couple breaths here. We were upside down for a while, so just give your body a couple minutes to reacclimate, or a couple breaths rather. And then we have one more standing posture before we get on our backs, and that's Vrikshasana tree pose. So you're gonna plant your left foot on the mat. And then with your right foot, you have some options. You can make a little kickstand, bringing your heel to your ankle. If you're not feeling super balanced today, this is a great option. Your right foot can find your left calf or your inner thigh, just never directly on the knee, please. And then you can also find half lotus, bringing your right foot to your left hip crease, leg points down, just like that. If your foot is on your thigh, press your thigh into your foot and foot into thigh, keeping both legs engaged. When you're ready, one, maybe both hands at heart center, and then trees can grow their branches. Like I was saying earlier, it's hard to remain grounded while balancing. So use your body here to visualize. Rooting down through that left heel, taking in nice grounding energy, allowing your branches to grow at the top. Nice strong base, nice strong core. Maybe you want to close your eyes. You can do whatever you want with your arms here, whatever makes your heart happy, whatever your body is calling for. So if you want super grounded, maybe hands are at heart. If you want to challenge that balance, maybe do something weird. Just rock side to side. Bring both arms up and your gaze all the way up, looking at the ceiling for your last 3. 2, and hands through heart, release the right leg. Shake your legs out just a little bit. I like to crack my toes in between sets of tree. And then we'll do our last side. Right leg is our standing leg, nice and engaged. You can either mirror what you did on side 1, or you can try something new as long as that left foot is not on your right knee. Now, if your foot is on your thigh like me, squeeze the 2 together. Notice how that fully lights up that right leg. One hand, maybe both at center, and then trees can grow. This pose, in my opinion, is a great demonstration of that balancing exercise we did at the start of our balancing section. So whenever you feel like, oh, I'm gonna fall, where can you engage your foot, right? Like if I'm swinging too much to the right, my knife edge catches me. If I go too far forward, my big toe is there. If you haven't wobbled at all yet, try closing your eyes. Try tightening in that core. Maybe try taking a back bend or a shoulder rinse all at the same time. Maybe give yourself a nice big hug. Bring both arms up and your gaze all the way up to the ceiling for your last 3. You guys are doing great for 2. And hands down to heart. Release the leg. If you would like to bow in honor of your standing practice, go ahead and do so here. And then you can grab a little sip of water if you like, just nothing too big, because we will be doing a set on our bellies. So you don't want it to kind of disturb what's going on in there. So we're gonna find a brief intermittent Shavasana. So that means you're gonna lie on your back. I always, in my Shavasanas, I like to turn the lights off, maybe shut the blinds, just so it's a little darker, so that your body is like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. And once you guys get nice and still, I'm going to play a little bit of a singing bowl for you guys. Just, I think it's good. It's like everything else I've been talking about. It's all about intention. So using this bowl, it helps break up the class. Just tell your body and your brain it's time for something new. So go ahead and lie down if that's comfortable for you. And now, just like at the start of class, I want you to take a mental scan from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. Notice where you might be holding tension. A lot of us hold tension in our necks, in our backs, and our shoulders. Especially right now, a lot of us are at home, maybe sitting in bed or sitting on a couch or sitting in a chair all day. So it's important to just take note of that. Take note of any hunching forward or that tech neck where you're constantly looking forward at a screen. We're not going to correct it all today, but just notice where your body holds that tension or holds stress. Send your breath there and just try to soften. Soften all the areas where you hold tension. Unclench your jaw. Soften through your face completely. Soften through your forehead and your brow. Notice your tongue. Can you relax just a little bit more? Soften through your glutes, your toes, your hands. And then just notice what comes up in these couple moments of stillness before we finish up class. Find a nice deep inhale, softly filling up your belly and lungs, and then just sigh it away. We just have a little bit more of class. We've done pretty much all the hard work. So for these last less than 10 minutes or so, go ahead and give it your all. You're almost done. We'll start with Pavanamuktasana, wind removing pose. Hug your right knee into your chest. Find a 10-finger grip below that right knee. Your left leg and your chest, or your back rather, is completely on the mat. With each inhale, find somewhere to soften in your hips. And then with each exhale, pull that right knee down, slightly to the right so that you're avoiding that rib cage. That will help you find more depth in the posture. Your rib cage won't be getting in the way. Pull harder for your last 3. Find that pinch sensation for 2. And release. Second side, left knee in. 10-finger grip. Inhales, you soften. Exhales, pull. You guys have worked so hard in this class today. Use these moments of real just stretching instead of balancing to really give yourself a little bit more of that flexibility. Give your muscles that nice little massage. Last 3, 2, and change. Hug both knees into your chest. You can rock side to side a little bit. Massage your low back. And then you're gonna make a cannonball. So bring your nose up to meet your knees. Maybe you reach across your legs. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. I like to grab opposite feet because it makes me just that much more of a tight little ball. You should be fully engaged. Flare your toes, squeeze your face, squeeze your core for 3, 2, and morning stretch. Arms overhead and feet down below. Just enjoy this nice stretch and release. If you would like to skip the transitional sit-up, that's fine. Otherwise, weave your thumbs together, make a little butterfly with your hands. Bring your legs to touch and flex those toes up so they're facing the ceiling. When I say go, you're gonna inhale, sit straight up, and then fold forward, reaching for the toes with a double exhale. It'll sound like ch, ch. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Inhale, sit up, ch, ch, fold. Enjoy a breath or 2 here in your deep forward fold, sending your breath wherever you feel this, and your legs are back. And then roll over onto your belly. We have 1 set of each of our spine strengtheners, and then we will get the heck out of here, okay? All right, starting with Bhujangasana Cobra. Seal those legs up, tops of the feet are on the mat, making that nice big cobra tail. Your hands are on the mat. Now, touch your nose to your mat. If you can still see those fingertips, slide your hands down your rib cage. Hug the elbows in, and then empty your lungs. On your inhale, peel your chest up. Now, notice how I'm not doing this. This is all engagement from your low back and your glutes. So, squeeze your legs together, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Try to come up one more inch, one more rib, bringing those shoulder blades together. If it helps you go higher, maybe float the hands so you know that the work is all right here. Last 3. Come higher for 2 and release. Left ear down, both arms down by your sides. Just relax. And then come back center for Shalabhasana. Arms come out long like airplane wings. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can always tilt them back a little bit more. Like I don't have a lot of space right now, so I'm bringing my arms back. Seal those legs up, tops of the feet on the mat. Empty your lungs. And then deep inhale, lift up. Lift your chest, arms, legs, everything. You should look kind of like a little airplane. And you should be on that little soft part of your belly. It's a little harder to breathe, I know, just keep breathing nice and strong. Lift your hands above your head for a heart opener. If you don't like that, take a shoulder rinse, lifting your chest. Now everyone, for your last 3, lift your legs higher for 2 and release. Beautiful job. Look to your left. Maybe windshield wiper those legs. And then we have our final spine strengthener. Reach back, grab the tops of your feet for Dhanurasana, floor bow. The tops of your feet should be kind of near your butt. If you're not as flexible, just try to not have them out is all I mean. Like if they're above your butt, like right here, that's fine. Find a deep inhale through your nose this time, filling all the way up. And then exhale to kick. Exhale to execute this posture. Beautiful. Now, just like I said before, you're always breathing, never holding your breath. Maybe your breath is so strong that you start rocking back and forth like a little rocking horse. Your kick is driving this entire posture. Lift your chest higher. Kick harder for 3, 2, and release. Maybe you want to windshield wiper the legs, releasing that low back. And then when you're ready, send your hips back into child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes touch. Arms out long in front, forehead on the mat. You can rock that forehead side to side once again. Now I want you to notice how you feel right here in this moment. What has 55 minutes of yoga done for you today? Give yourself one positive affirmation, one thing that you're proud of, that you did well in class. And then when you're ready, rise up onto your knees for our last active posture. Ustrasana camel. I love this pose so much. All right. Now, hip width distance in between those knees. 2 fists right in between the knees. I like to bring my knees just a little bit wider because I have open hips, so that's just what my body likes. You can go wider, just not closer together. Try to not have the knees touch. Hands find the small of your back, fingertips face down. Now press those hips forward a lot. Inhale, lift your heart, and then exhale, fall back. Let your head hang heavy. If you have the accessibility today, maybe you can reach back for your heels. Now, no matter where your hands are, keep pushing your hips forward. Keep lifting your heart high and keep breathing, please. I have noticed that with this posture, there tends to be a tipping point where you're like, okay, I'm good. And then all of a sudden you're not good. So whenever you feel that coming on, just take a couple more deep breaths. This is your last 5, 4, 3, 2, and change. Left hand, left hip, right hand, right hip, tuck chin to chest. Sit on your heels. All right, now if you feel dizzy at all, keep your eyes open with your head above your heart. Sometimes our instinct, if we're dizzy, is to just go right down here. Don't do that. It's bad for you. All right. Now, just sit here. Close your eyes. Sit here in hero's pose. Try and grow taller through the spine. Shoulders are nice and down and back. Your palms can be up or down. Just feel the effects of that posture rushing in. That posture makes us bigger, makes us more energetic. It brings in new light. Find gratitude for that in this moment. And then when you're ready, swing your legs around for our final stretching. Send your legs nice and wide. I don't know if you can see my legs right now. You don't have to go as wide as my legs. Maybe you want to go wider and do full splits. Bring your arms out in front of you. So my back is kind of tilted forward a little bit, but my spine is straight. And then when you're ready, you can start to walk yourself down. Find something that's comfortable for you. Maybe you're just hanging out right here and you're like, this is enough, girl. Like, I don't need to go deeper. Maybe you come onto your elbows. Send your breath where you feel it. My inner thighs are like, what's going on? For 3, 2, and change. Walk up. And then you're going to bring your excuse me, I can't talk. Bring your right arm down onto the mat, right inside of your right leg, and bring your left arm over. Peel your left shoulder back so you're not collapsed like this. Keeping everything upright, you'll kind of feel like a ballerina. Maybe shift your gaze up. Maybe, if it's accessible, you want to grab your big toe with your right peace fingers, helping you find just a different stretch. Last 3, 2, and change. Second side, left arm down, right arm high. Just really lengthen through that right side body. God, it feels so good. Maybe shift your gaze up. Just peel that right shoulder back a little bit. Maybe you want to take the 2 peace fingers around those left toes. Last 3, 2, and change. Start to lower down onto your back. Just one vertebrae at a time. And start to find your final Shavasana. Most of the time in my classes, I like to do one final hurrah, like one final hard posture, eventually leading us into Shavasana. But today, I just want to keep our energy nice and calm, nice and grounded, just going from stretching straight to Shavasana. Noticing how that changes your energy. You can use your Shavasana to really just find stillness instead of using Shavasana to maybe calm down your heart rate or process all of the new emotions that are coming through once a hard posture is finished. I'm going to play my bowl one more time for you guys. I'll get a little closer, maybe see if that changes anything. Thank you guys so much for coming to my class today. Again, my name is Audrey. If I do not know you, I appreciate the opportunity to teach you. It is a responsibility I don't take lightly. The light in me honors and respects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. I will unmute you all now. All right. How's everyone feeling?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I just want to let everyone know Saturday I am having a workshop. It is here in this same Zoom room, and it's totally free. And it's part of my chakra series. So since January, I've been working through the chakras, and I didn't want that to stop just because we don't have a studio. So it's 2 hours. You'll get chakra education on the solar plexus chakra, which is all about confidence and self-worth and self-love. And then I have a 75-minute power class that will accompany that. So it's going to be all about the the solar plexus energy. And the class will be harnessing that and bringing that out. And then we'll do a guided meditation. So that is from 1:30 to 3:30 on Saturday. So I hope I see you guys there. It's going to be super fun. And yeah, that's all. Hope you all have a good day.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Namaste.
course. Namaste.
Thank you.
I like little classes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Hondro. Have fun working.
Healthy.
Oh my goodness.
It's wonderful. Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, thank you, Alla. Great job. I saw you on my screen the whole time. You were crushing
Oh.
it. You're like, oh God.
Because I'm oldest person in the class.
Sometimes
Thank you.
that doesn't mean anything.
Absolutely. 1:30 Saturday, correct?
Sorry, what was that?
1:30 Saturday.
1:30. Oh yeah, 1:30 Saturday. Yes, that's when the workshop is.
Thanks a lot. Stay healthy and happy.
You as well.
With your pet.
All right. Thanks for coming, Dan. I see you messaging. I'm going to end this meeting now, but I hope I see you all on Saturday. Again, this is free, and if you've been seeing my flyers for the workshops in the past couple months and you want to know what it's about, this is literally going to be the same thing, just online. So, hope I see you there. Have a good day, you guys.